What's up, everybody? So we're out in the shop with another daily vlog, and in this episode we gotta work on this knife right here. Now, the whole reason why I'm not giving y'all a ton of like close-ups and specifics on this particular build is because it's gonna have, you know, an episode dedicated to it for a special reason, and y'all will find out about that in the future. But I gotta work on this tonight. I've gotta do a daily vlog, so I might as well show y'all the pre-heat treat beveling on this, because we got to do some false edges on the top. We got to get the bevels ground in, and I'm pretty sure y'all like seeing me grind bevels into knives, so we're going to be doing that today. Now, when it boils down to it, there's a few steps that you got to do a little bit different when you're going to be doing your false edges and stuff like that. I will talk about that in this episode, but without further ado, let's get into some grinding and let's get some bevels done on this particular knife. Let's get it. So before we get into the grinding part, we're going to go ahead and make sure we do everything in the right order. So for this, because it has a false edge, we want to do that false edge first and then grind the main bevels up into it. And that's just because it's a lot easier to control how you're doing this bevel when you're focused on this whole entire section. And then these bevels are a lot easier to keep even because they're so much broader and easier to keep track with this. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing these bevels at a pretty crazy like angle with how I'm holding the blade, but we're just going to basically be putting about a 45-degree angle on here and go from there. We're not going to do a ton of grinding. We just want to get them set, everything kind of set. We're going to do all the final grinding after the heat treat, but I want to get all this stuff set so that whenever we do the particular finishes on it, you know, heat treat is key for those. And we want to get a lot of the meat off the bone just to make sure everything's going to work how we want it to work. But without giving you all, again, too much info, that's what we're going to start doing. Let's go ahead and get into grinding. Now that we got our bevel done for the false edge, got it nice and even on both sides, we need to go ahead and do the 45-degree angle down the cutting edge. Again, this does two things. It sets our center line all the way down the blade and actually defines that so we can make sure everything is straight when we look down it. Plus, it goes ahead and knocks off that 90-degree angle right here, which again, we're using a used 36 grit shredder belt to do this. And then once we get everything, you know, the 45 done on here and everything ready to go, we'll switch to a new belt and we'll grind the bevels the rest of the way with that one. Now, of course, we will be leaving a little bit of meat on the bones. We're not going to 100% height on the bevels initially because we do gotta do some grinding to get some decarb off after the heat treat process. So we're just gonna set our bevels up close to where they need to be and get it done. But we need to start with that 45 on both sides. Okay, so I went ahead, finished the bevels on both sides, so y'all could actually get an idea of what this is going to look like. Now this is the last time you're going to see this until the video that's just dedicated to this knife comes out. This gives you a good idea of how it's going to look. And I mean, it's really just an idea because there is still so much that has to go into this knife to get it to look how I want it to look in its end result. And I think y'all are really going to like it, and I think it's going to be something that I'm not going to go there because I'm going to keep the rest of that stuff a secret. But what do y'all think about how that's turning out? False edge flowing straight into those bevels. Man, this is going to be such a cool knife. And whenever y'all see the end result that this knife is going to be, I think y'all are going to like it. But I want to know what y'all think about the bevels so far. I know that we did 2 videos this week where we were focusing on bevels, and you hopefully got a lot more info in the Shop Talk Tuesday video. You know, this was more talking about highlights and stuff like that, but there you go on this one. Like I said, I'm not going to show you too much or talk about this too much because I want the video to speak for itself whenever y'all actually see that. And yeah, there you go. Guys, thank y'all for coming by. If y'all would, give this video a thumbs up, share this video, one of my other videos. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Y'all have an amazing day. Y'all stay safe out there. I'll catch y'all next time.